Okay, so this is a little bit different view of my kitchen because I'm not at the stove for once. I'm at my island. And so I had a little extra time today between school and taking Gia to practice. So I'm actually gonna cook real food that isn't necessarily quick, just mostly on the prep side. It's actually quick and easy. I had to do a little extra prep because it's our own meat. So over there, I have a crock pot going. That is dinner for tomorrow. I did a bone-in pork shoulder. It's about 4.5 pounds. I had to finagle it a little bit to get it in the crock pot. But I wanted to make the point that sometimes the fix it and forget it is honestly the best way. Tomorrow is a busy day for us. Gia has practice, Nico has a game. I have to come home real quick, change clothes, take Gia to a friend's house so she can go to practice with her friend so I don't miss any of Nico's game, which means I have to leave earlier than I normally do. Because of that, I wanted to have food already done. So I'm cooking this a little bit. I'm gonna take it, put the whole crock pot, pan, dish, crock, whatever, in the fridge, and then put it back on the crock pot tomorrow when I leave in the morning. But I just wanted to get it all ready. So what went in there, and will go into my fridge for tomorrow, is the pork shoulder. I put just a splash of chicken stock, bone broth at the bottom. The pork shoulder itself was covered in salt, pepper, cumin, garlic, chili powder, and I put a couple of bay leaves in there. Then, what I wanted to do, but I didn't have enough, was to put green apples in there with it. And instead, what I did have was pineapple. So it has pineapple in there with it. I'm gonna let that cook down, and that's that. That's the end for tomorrow. That'll be dinner for tomorrow. So put it all in the crock pot, put the whole crock pot into the refrigerator so it stays cold until tomorrow. First thing in the morning, put it back on the crock pot on low for 10 hours. Depending on the size of your pork roast, it could hit or miss a little bit. You can do it on high for 5 hours if you've got less time. I'm going to be gone all day, so that's why I'm going to do it on low for 10 hours. Real easy. It didn't take me very long to prep that, obviously. So that's meal one. And I'll take pictures tomorrow so you see what it looks like. Meal two is pork belly bites in the air fryer. This is actually one of our favorite things. It can be an appetizer. We've done it for parties. I'm uber lazy today and just wanted to use something up that was already in the fridge. So I have a 6.5 pound pork belly. That is your bacon, friends. But I'm gonna do it a little bit differently. This has not been smoked, it's not been cured. It's just, I took the skin off. That was the extent of my prep time, which is actually the thing I hate to do most. So that I kind of wrestled with because of the shape of it. It was a little weird. Did that off the camera. So what I'm going to do now with my pork belly is cut it into slices like you would bacon, I guess, like that long ways. And then I'm going to cut it into bite-sized pieces. Then I'm going to throw it in here and toss it with some seasonings. You have to make them small batches because they air fryer, unless you have a Giganto air fryer, but my Giganto air fryer is over there not plugged in, so I'm going to do it in sections. And I'm not sure if this is going to be the knife I want to use. It's not. Frankly, I don't think any of these knives are the knives I want to use. This is a fillet knife, That's probably not gonna work. I'm gonna have to go to my other drawer. But let me just get one of these off here so you can see. And then through the magic of video, we'll fast forward a bit. Okay, so anyway, I cut it into like a 1.5 inch strip, and then I'm going to cut it into small bite-sized pieces. Oh, now this knife wants to be better. How big you make your bite-sized pieces is entirely up to you. I just want them to be like a mouthful. I'd be here all day cutting up pork belly. Okay, so like this size, right? Like a mouthful, just a bite. Okay. These things are a little bit bigger, so I'll take them down a little bit. Okay. Okay, and I'm gonna do the whole entire pork belly like that, and I'm going to season it and put it in the air fryer. See you in a sec. Next step is, I've got this pork belly in here. I'm gonna do it in batches, so I'm gonna cut up the rest after I season this. So many different ways that you can season this. Really, the only thing stopping you is your own imagination. You can do them smoky, barbecue-y, paprika, garlic, salt, pepper, cumin, like I did the pork shoulder. Or you can do a little Asian flair. So I am doing a little garlic powder. If you know me, you know I've never measured a thing in my life, just so it looks good. A little paprika, instead of the chili powder that I put on that. Then I wanted to make it a little bit tangy and a little bit sweet without making it sweet. So this is dried orange peel. So put a little bit of dried orange peel in there. And then a little bit of ginger. Oh, this is not even open yet. Bring it in. I like ginger with pork. I like mustard with pork. I'm not a fan of mustard in a lot of things, but I do like mustard with pork. So anyway, then you're just gonna toss that around. Let me get the salt and pepper real fast. That all around so everything is nicely coated. Spread them all out so it's a nice even layer. You're gonna put it in the air fryer. At 385 for 20 minutes. 10 minutes in, you're gonna shake it, turn them over, put it back in for the last 10 minutes. While that cooks, I'm gonna prep the next batch. Okay, so I just took my pork belly out of the air fryer at the 10-minute mark. Stirred it around, turned it over so that it can crisp up the rest of the way. Putting it back in for 10 minutes. The rest of my pork belly is chopped up, seasoned, and waiting for its turn to go into the air fryer. So I want to make a little sauce to dip these in. It's kind of like the same base I would use for ranch dressing. So paleo mayo made with avocado oil, or you do with coconut oil. I don't really like the taste of that in mayo, but it works. Bacon grease can be used. What else? Avocado oil, olive oil, or bacon grease. Those are your best options, actually. I'm using, for time's sake, the Paleo Kitchen or Primal Kitchen mayo. I don't know, it's probably like a half a cup or something. And then two brands. If I do use store-bought dairy, these are the only two brands I use. So this is my cottage cheese. I use Good Culture. Yogurt and sour cream, I use the Fage brand. So I'm just putting some sour cream in here. So when I do ranch dressing, just for the sake of discussion, I either do ranch and sour cream, or I do cottage cheese and sour cream. I like the tanginess of the sour cream. So it's more sour cream than it is mayo. Mix those up. And I was thinking with the pork, I do want a little hint of mustard. You could use mustard powder, you could use whatever. I'm using a stone ground mustard. Just a little tiny bit. Just to get a little bit of that mustard flavor. Put a little bit of the ginger in. And a little bit of salt. Now, if you're not avoiding sweeteners, you can put a little bit of maple syrup in there, that would be good. Need some more ginger. Tiny bit of lemon juice. Ooh, that's yummy. Okay, so my family will complain it's not sweet, and that's too bad. Anyway, so real simple sauce, real simple air fryer meal, 20 minutes in the air fryer, not terribly long to prep. There you go. I'll show you what it looks like when it's done. Let's see how it came out. So, this is batch one. Let's get one that's kind of tiny. They're hot. They just came out. Nice. My little dance. If you've never had pork belly, you really don't know what you're missing. Try it.